Hi guys, today we're catching up with PvZ Road Trip, the fan game that continues to recreate Plants vs Zombies adventures and more. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any updates in terms of gameplay or content. We haven't actually had anything new on that front, but I do have some updates on what is to come. Based on posts from many of the PvZ Road Trip team, it appears that over the last few months there has been a bit of a break from development, but as I will explain in a little bit, the game is back on track. Before we get onto that, however, I do have a couple of exciting updates for you. Some of the content was posted a while ago, but I haven't covered it in a video just yet. So let's talk about new plants, as there are 3 completely new plants that weren't in PvZ Adventures. So whilst they are recreating PvZ Adventures as much as they can, they're also adding in new content. The first new plant is everybody's favourite chomper, who will be devouring many zombies throughout your playthrough. Then we also have these 2 besties, Spikeweed and Spike Rock, who are looking very fancy indeed. It's actually really nice seeing these in 3D. It's quite an interesting way to try and have to portray these plants. I haven't got any footage to show you how they work in action, but we can assume they will just work as they do in both PvZ 1 and 2. The second update I have for you is related to the roadmap. You may remember the public beta roadmap that basically took us through what they were planning to do over the first 5 versions of the game, but now we have an updated version of this image that goes into more finer detail. So as you can see here, this is a roadmap for version 0.1, and this shows us where they are up to at this moment in time, so version 0.1.2, and where they are going to go from there. It does seem that they have a bit of structure to this. Whenever some new bit of content is added, the following update is a performance and graphics update, which makes sense, just to make sure everything is playing nice with the latest version and doing any fine tuning like bug fixes and addressing other problems that may crop up. Those of you on mobile will be pleased to see that there is an Android port planned for version 0.1.5. There is a working APK at the moment, but obviously I think they're looking to improve that further. The final update on here is 0.1.7, which is the bypass and the preparation for 0.2, which, as we can see on the original image, is mini games and other game modes. So yeah, so exciting stuff to come. Let's now turn our attention back to what I mentioned at the start of the video, and that is related to the development break. So it seems like over the last few months there was a bit of a break, but recently Speeding Games, the main developer of PvZ Road Trip, posted an update in the Discord server, and this explains that they've returned from their break and are now 100% back on the 3 projects. The second part of the message kind of explains that in a little bit more detail. So if we take a look at this Twitter post that basically showcases all the game modes that are going to be in PvZ Road Trip, and there's quite a lot of them. So with that in mind, basically Speeding Games explains that they're going to break PvZ Road Trip into 3 separate projects. Rather than trying to work on everything at once, they're going to take it in 3 little segments. So you have PvZ Road Trip, the main game, and that only has what is related to Road Trip and PvZ Adventures. Then we have PvZ World Tour, which allows you to create levels and put them online so other people can play them. And then we have the PvZ Versus side of things, which is going to be the multiplayer mode, but they do say that name may change. The final bit of information I have for you today was from a post on the PvZ Road Trip YouTube channel, and this was from Robert, who is part of the dev team, and it was just a little poll asking where people would like to see content. So if you're unaware, there's quite a number of YouTube channels related to PvZ Road Trip. You've got Speeding Games 44 channel, who's the main developer, and there's a few other ones as well. There's like a Spanish version of the YouTube channel as well. So yes, it's a little bit complicated. So they posted this poll, and basically people voted on where they would like to see the content posted. I obviously agreed with it being on the main PvZ Road Trip channel. I think that just makes the most sense. So in the future, you should probably expect most of the updates and that type of content to go on there. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of PvZ Road Trip in the comments below. But other than that, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons, turn on notifications, and if you would like to support the channel further, check out my Patreon page by clicking on screen or through the link in the description. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.